Hi again, it's Christine from Create a Smile again. This is my private YouTube channel and I wanted to be part of the hop as well because I did not show a project in the beginning. So I would like to say thank you to all of you who hopped along all the videos. I hope you had a lot of fun and you got a lot of inspiration. I will be making a card using a white card base and a piece of Simon Says Stamp Sea Glass cardstock that is slightly smaller than our card base. And then I took out our skinny chevron stencil, and I like to use spray adhesive when I work with intricate stencils like this one because some of the parts may be wobbly a little bit. So I use some non-permanent adhesive. It is repositionable, sorry. And then I use some scrap paper just to get rid of the adhesive that might stick to the paper afterwards. So if you do this twice, it will be totally okay. The stencil is sticky, but it will not leave any adhesive on your paper. So I adhered that to my Simon Says Stamp Sea Glass Blue panel, and then I also used some Sea Glass ink to get some very subtle chevrons on that paper. So I have a tone-on-tone look with this one. And when I had finished that, I moved the stencil just a little bit, so I removed it first. And as you can see, the stencil holds your cardstock in place because it's sticky on the edges as well. And then I used some white pigment ink. This is Colorbox Frost White ink, but I know there are a lot of very good pigment inks like the Hero Arts Unicorn. I heard this must be a stunner. I have never used it, but I used the Frost White from Colorbox and I'm very happy with that. And when I removed that, I had a wonderful panel of patterned paper. I just stick the stencil to my work surface again and clean it. This is the easiest way to do it. It does not move around and you can use this over and over again. It will be sticky for a while. I realized that I had not centered the stencil right, so I cut that down a little bit. And then I wanted to have a curved edge because we have these chevrons, and I also wanted to have something more soft, so I wanted to go for a round shape with the edge shape that we have on the paper. So I used my Martha Stewart simple circle cutter, but not in the way that it was intended because I wanted to have a very large circle shape. So I used the edge and just used my X-Acto knife to follow it. And now I have a rounded panel that can go onto my card base. Then I took out the Friends in the Wood stamp sets that has a lot of cute images in there. Sorry. I took the beaver because I think that this beaver, well, it might be my favorite of all our images because he's pretty cute and he looks a little clumsy also. So this is what I love about him. And as you can see, there's also a Santa's hat in that set. So you can also use it for Christmas and use the Santa hat on any of the critters or on any other sets. And then I started coloring with some Copics. I used the W9, W7, W5 and W3 to color that little beaver, and like I always do, or mostly do, I started with the darkest color and added the shadows first, and then I worked my way through all the different shades of gray. I love the warm gray tones for this beaver, or also for yeah, I think the warm gray is good for many critter images, and also if I want to have a shadow underneath them. I won't have a shadow this time, but if I ever use need a shadow, I will go for the warm grays. I think these are my favorite colors from the Copics. Okay, and I also used the darkest one, the W9, for his nose, and then I took out a R11 marker to give him some a blush on his face, and I used the colorless blender to push away some of the color from his tail to add some kind of a waffle pattern, because I think beavers should have a waffle pattern on their tail. And then I added a little more W3 because I think the pink was too bright. Then I cut that out with my scissors, leaving a little white border. We do not have dies, so you can use your silhouette or just use your scissors, totally old school. So I cut him out. And now comes my favorite part. I took out some of the new chipboards that we added to our store. I have this Hello Beautiful. These are from two different packages of chipboards. And I think these chipboards are so adorable because they look like wood veneer, but they are chipboards. So they are easy to color, easy to stamp on if you have solid shapes. They are so much fun to work with. They have lots of possibilities and they are not as expensive. And we have different designs, graphic, fun, and some elegant ones. And I took this Hello banner and the beautiful. And as you can see, the chipboard does not break as easy as wood veneer would. So this is a very intricate piece, and you can bend it if you want to, and you can adhere it to your workpiece in a curve if you want to. But this time I will put it on straight. So I used some dimensional adhesive on my beaver, and then also some dimensional adhesive on that banner, because I think whenever you have kind of a negative space, you can get more attention to that negative space by popping that piece up to have more of a shadow underneath it. So I used some dimensional adhesive to adhere the Hello banner, and then I used my Martha Stewart ballpoint glue pen, I think this is what it's called, to adhere the beautiful. And you just need to add some dots here and there. You do not have to follow all of the lines, just add dots, and it won't come off in the mail, I promise. Just give it some time to dry. So I adhered that to the card, and now we have the beaver and it says Hello Beautiful, and I think this is such a fun combination that came to my mind. Then I added some glossy accents to his nose, and the glossy accents went out of the line, so I used my fingernail to push it back, and that finished the card for today. I hope you enjoyed the hop and you find some time to visit the blogs to enter to our giveaways. Don't forget to subscribe to all of the channels that you've seen and loved. Thanks so much for joining us. Bye bye!